Brilliance Audio presents Breathe to Succeed. Increase workplace productivity, creativity, and clarity through the power of mindfulness. By Sandy Abrams. Performed by Tanya Eby. Before I had my aha moment for a beauty product idea and built it into a multi-million-dollar business, Moisture Jams, before I wrote my first small business guidebook, Your Idea, Inc., Abrams Media, 2009, and before I built my entrepreneurial/small business consulting business, the only thing I was known for, way back in 1989, was the girl who always left yoga class right before Savasana, Sanskrit, an ancient language of India, for corpse pose. Savasana is the last pose of yoga class, where you lie still for several minutes. Being still made me anxious. Savasana seemed like a complete waste of time. I'd stare at the ceiling as my mind swirled into to-do lists, and my heart set off to race. I saw no value in those last 5 minutes of class. I had places to go and people to see. I had no respect for stillness. I wasn't wired for it. Namaste, see you tomorrow. I'd nod to the teacher and slip out the door sideways. Slithering out of yoga class pre-Savasana was a total rookie move that was offensive both to my teachers and the practice of yoga. It was also a disservice to my mind and body. But at that time, I wasn't capable of questioning my disdain for stillness, or even to simply recognize the value of those precious moments at the end of class. The teachers began to pull me aside and ask why I bothered making the daily effort, sometimes twice a day, to attend yoga class, but left before it was over. They'd kindly urge me to complete the traditional practice. Instead of faking it, I decided to try to experience what they all considered the most important pose. When it was time for Savasana, I awkwardly stayed on my mat with eyes wide open. But I wasn't finding any answers in the ceiling fans, so I closed my eyes. Only there, in my internal darkness, was my body finally moved to take a long, deep breath, allowing me to quietly settle in. How was it that one simple deep breath could magically ease me into a space of centering that I had never arrived at before? Ever. That powerful yet peaceful place where I could be still and quiet and absorb all the goodness of the practice. That was Savasana. Aha! Savasana is the reason that we do an entire yoga flow class in the first place, to get to a place where our mind and body can happily be still. Instead of Savasana making me tired, as I feared it would, it was completely rejuvenating. It felt like my mind and body were holding hands and smiling. I felt whole and connected, focused and energized. Therein was my truth. When I owned my deep breath, I could connect my mind and body and take control of my pace, my mood, and my attitude, on and off the mat. The indelible lesson of simple, deep breathing had been formed, and I'd never look back. Breath is an extremely underutilized tool for success. We have to do it to stay alive, and yet the tool remains untapped in the lungs of stressed-out, overworked people all over the globe. I hope to change that, one deep breath at a time. I'm compelled to share my story of breath and its full effect on my entrepreneurial life in hopes that doing so will help many others in business on so many levels. Not everyone has the capacity or desire to do long-form meditation, but we can all tap into the empowering benefits of 3DB, 3 deep breaths, as meditation. It's science. Crystal Go, an affiliate at the Applied Neuroscience Lab, says, "Findings show a system where our in-breath is like a remote control for our brains. By breathing in through our nose, we are directly affecting the electrical signals in the smell regions, which indirectly controls the electrical signals of our memory and emotional brain centers. In this way, we can control and optimize brain function using our in-breath to have faster, more accurate emotional discrimination and recognition, as well as gain better memory.